Hi everyone, this is yours truly, Lady Emmanuel, coming to you with Find the Slope for our independent learning station for the week of October the 5th, 2015. So first we're starting with Find the Slope from given a line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this. You find 2 points on the line. They are indicated by the little dots here that you see. You don't have to use those points. Actually, I'm going to use a point here and I'll use this point right here. So I'm going to form a right triangle, and I'm going to go ahead and work with my rise first because for the slope, I am doing the slope is going to be my rise over my run. Okay, you guys, we've been calling it delta y, the changes of y, the changes of x. So let's find my rise. So from this point, I'm going up to get to this next point, forming this right triangle. So I'm going to go up 1, 2. So I went up, plus is for up, 2 is how many times I hopped, okay? Then I'm going to go from this intersection to this point. I'm going left, meaning negative. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So left is negative. And I guess I should have used my pink with that. So left is negative. And I believe I said 6, but let me count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So left 6. This right here is my delta x. The positive 2 is my delta y, my rise. Okay. So I have here that m equals my delta y, which is my rise, a positive 2 over my run, which is delta x, the changes of the x, which is negative 6. I have to reduce this fraction. I end up with the slope being negative, positive divided by negative. It's a negative 1/3. In the class, you'll have a calculator to input this information in and reduce it for you. Okay? And you should have known this was a negative slope because from left to right, it's decreasing. Okay? So that's number 1. Now let's do, I'm not going to do all of them because you need to do your practice as well. So let's do another one. How about number 4? Number 4, oh, I used the point that they gave us, but I could use this one and that point. It'd give a bigger range. But I'm going to form a right triangle because I'm trying to connect. Oh, I want to do that. I like my triangle to be bigger, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to just keep it with this. I'm going to use what they gave. I'm going to form a right triangle. You're connecting the points to form a right triangle. The line there in question is your lovely hypotenuse for the right triangle. So the same thing, I'm going to do my rise. My rise, I'm going up 1, 2, 3. And I went up, so that's positive 3. This is my rise, my delta y. Okay. Then I'm going to run. So I'm running from this point. So I'm running 1, 2 to the right. So that's a positive 2. That is my run, my delta x. So my slope here is going to be m equals rise over run, which means your delta y over your delta x. Therefore, my slope for this number 4 problem would be 3, positive 3 over positive 2. That reduces, it is reduced to positive 3/2. And you're done. Okay? So for the remainder of it, you're going to do the same thing. Form your right triangle and then count. You're just counting. After you form your right triangle, just count. Okay? So that's how you do 1 through 8. 1 through 8, you have 8 problems. Okay? Form your right triangle. Okay? For independent. Now on the back of this on the back of this paper, we have the lovely number. Oh, let me lay it down. Sorry. We're given 2 points for number 9. Number 9 through 16, we're given 2 points. Okay? And the reason it looked funny because I have it stapled. I have it stapled in my journal already, trying to keep it organized and neat. So we have 2 points. So we're going to use the formula. Okay? And I'm going to write it on the other side, on this notebook paper at least, not on the side right here. So what I'm going to do, I would do number 11. I like doing the ones with the negatives because it's sort of happy. I'm doing number 11, and the formula that I'm using is going to be m equals the slope, the changes of the y. So it's got y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. The changes of the y and the changes of the x. The points for 11 is negative 20, negative 4, negative 12, negative 10. Okay? So what I'm going to do with these points, do the first thing first, I'm going to label the points. This is going to be x sub 1, y sub 1. This is x sub 2 for that coordinate, and this is y sub 2. Okay? Label the point, and now I'm going to just substitute in these values into the equation. So I have here m equals y sub 2. This is y sub 2, so I'm going to put negative 10. Write the subtraction sign. Y sub 1 is negative 4, so in parentheses, I'm putting negative 4 all over. Put the fraction bar. Then x sub 2, I will write negative 12 minus from the formula. Then x sub 1 would be negative 20, so inside the parentheses, I put negative 20. So I label the points, then I substitute the values in. So now I'm just going to simplify. You have a calculator to use in class, so you input the information just like that. You input the numerator just as you see it. And once you get that value, you get negative 6. Okay? And once you get that value, you put the fraction bar, and you do the same thing for the bottom, negative 12 plus, because that's a plus, 20, and you will get 8. Okay? And reduce it. If in your calculator, you could put negative 6/8, or you just reduce it on your own. And once you reduce that, you'll get the slope as m equals negative 3/4. And you're done. Okay? And that'll be for number 11. One more of these. I would do number 13 for you. Number 13 says negative 19, given this point, negative 19, negative 6, and 15, 16. That gave us our 2 points. The first thing you do, label your points. Label it x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Then I'm going to substitute it into the formula. I'm going to write m equals y sub 2 is 16. I'm going to write 16. That says subtract. Write the subtraction sign. Then y sub 1. Y sub 1 is negative 6. Put that over. X sub 2 is 15 minus from the formula. Then x sub 1 is negative 19. Put that in parentheses. Same process. 16 plus 6 is 22. Negative and negative is a plus. Negative and negative is plus. 15 plus 19 is 34. Okay? Both of those are even. They need to be reduced. If you're using a calculator, you put it in there to reduce it for you. M equals 2 going to 2 going to 22 is 11. 2 going to 34 is 17 times. 11 and 17, the only thing they have in common is a 1. I'm done. So my slope here is positive 11/17. For 11, it was a negative. Okay? So I already know that this line right here, if I was graphing it, it'll go from left to right, it'll decrease. Here, this is a graph will increase left to right. The slope tells me how the graph should look. Okay? So that's that for 11 and 13. Okay? Then, on the bottom of that page, it tells you, hey, find the slope of each line and the y-intercept. given the equation. So remember, in your notes today, the overview, we said that the coefficient of x, that is your slope. So here on 17, -5, this is my slope. So I will write -5, not the x, just -5. Then my y-intercept,